Okay, it looks like we are back, and this time we are inside of the Corvega plant.
Hey,
I've done this
what was that?
quite a few times on normal
Man,
playthroughs.
please
Nothing
don't
there
fuck
now.
with us
What do you
again.
think? I don't know.
Just trying to be careful going through everything.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's a monkey back there, and
Gotta
I'm
cut down on the jet, I guess.
deciding when to get him or not, because I know there's a guy back there in that bathroom. This one can be easy or a pain in the ass, usually.
I think someone's out there.
It's funny how the sounds come like they're right behind you, but they're actually either upstairs or downstairs.
Who? Who's out? Pack it in, boys. There's nothing out there.
Just noise. Just noise.
It's funny to hear some of the conversations that raiders have.
Huh? Hell no! Someone there?
I have no idea how she survived that first one. A couple guys out there in the other hallway, I wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna get nabbed by him.
They were right. Footsteps these days.
Getting shook up over nothing.
It's kind of funny because I didn't actually get rads from that, but I went to make a bottle or fill a bottle with that earlier or later. And it turns out that at least the other water fountain had dirty water in it. I know there's a guy in that room to the left. At this point, I think I'm gonna try and toss a grenade in there. And I think I actually mess it up too. I get it right on the damn window frame. Dope.
Whoa, shut the fuck up a second. I hear something. Hey, who's there?
Alright, stick your head out.
Now it's on. Shh. You hear that?
Shit's got ambushed.
Hey.
I must have a concussion.
I must have a
Seeing
concussion.
things.
I'm fucking seeing things.
It's funny because he said shit's got ambush written all over it, but yet they're the ones that are actually defending this place.
Shit. Lost it.
At this point, I think they're... I was thinking that there's another enemy back there in that back room, straight ahead in that doorway that's lit up. I'm pretty sure the two side rooms are clear now.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me. Die. They'll all be over soon. Well, I know you're here. Find you. Only a fucking coward hides. No sign of him now.
That's what I'm worried about.
Come on, it's over. They must have run off. You can relax.
I'll fucking relax when I'm ready to fucking relax. You got it?
Jesus. You always were a fucking hard ass. So,
At this point, I figure it's safe not to go back and look for anything I might want.
Yapping already. Somebody could be sneaking up on us right now.
don't get your panties in a twist. I'm going.
Yeah, see, it said dirty water. So I'm like, okay. Now, granted, I do have one level of lead belly, but I kind of doubt that it prevented me from getting any rads from that earlier. And I know there's two guys down here at the bottom left, and you can go to the right, but that goes into the basement. You don't really need to go there because who you're after is actually up top. So I decided, you know, I'm going to go in here just for the people I'm supposed to kill.
Play engage with me, huh?
I don't know how that missed. I must be clipping the wall there or something like that. Not seeing the debris, because right there I do actually get them.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
At least it sure as hell looks that way.
So I figured at this point they were destined to come running after me, so I figured, okay, I'll get behind the door. But
Disappearing act, huh?
as you can tell, I basically play this slow and methodical. You can probably go through a little bit quicker, but when it boils down to it and you're working off of those saves, you can't quick save, and you play the game a lot differently. So I'm just waiting out the caution right now. Okay. There's really no need to go straight into that room. I think there's like 2 or 3 enemies in there, but you can actually just bypass them and go to the right, and you see his feet down there. At first I was wondering if I should actually just try and pop him in the leg, but I wasn't sure if that would be enough to kill him. And when I tried to move forward a little bit, there was a misleveling where my feet, and I couldn't actually see the top of the stairs, so I had to move forward a little bit. Yeah, right there. Go away, Skype. I don't want to talk to you right now.
What the fuck was that? What was that?
Must have been a nut shot.
Everything's starting to sound like this is bullshit.
Spotted the duct tape. I figured I need the adhesive. I play this one a little bit differently than I've played some of the ones in the past. This one, I'm going to use the sentry bot to my advantage. And you can basically safely just let the protection bot go and do its thing. I've had instances where if you shoot in the vicinity of it, it doesn't care because I guess it doesn't perceive you as an enemy. But in other playthroughs I have seen it actually turn on you because you're actually firing a gun, so I guess it thinks, okay, you must be a raider also, or it doesn't know the difference. I see the turret up there, but I'm curious. I'm like, well, maybe I can actually just use the sentry bot to basically take out the enemies and then wait it out. I got the idea as he was out. I'm like, I could actually probably just put him back. I don't normally play this sub-game very often, but I actually didn't do too bad on this one, I thought. Basically a game of getting rid of the duds. Okay, just pick a word, get it over with. Well, one more. So Vince had one likeness. And so does Hydro, I think is what I picked. I'm in. Hides, or whatever. And it actually worked out very well. Now granted, the Sentry Bot doesn't, or the Protectron doesn't go after the turrets, but I'm not too worried about those. So at this point I'm like, okay, let's just sit back and wait for a second, because they do try to pick a fight, and Protectron freaking nails them. They must have came running down the stairs after him. I don't think the Protectron has very good ranged attack in certain cases. See, right there, I didn't even have to kill the guy. I could have just I could have just left at this point. But there are some things I wanted to get, like in the safe, there's a comic book back there that I wanted to grab. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, well I gotta take the turrets out, and if I fire the gun, he might actually not like it. So I'm like, I guess I could probably just put him back in his pod.
Huh? I could do this all day. Playing games with me, huh?
But I wanted to make sure that all the human entities were out of here. So I decided, wait a minute. Sometimes in my normal playthroughs I'll actually destroy the car so that they blow up and create area effect damages, because the raiders usually running around down there.
Shut down. Signal received. Unit returning to charge pod.
These guys are so freaking slow.
Shutting down. Unit offline.
Okay, now it's free reign. At this point, I wanted to try and get the other one up there, but at the same time, I didn't know if any of the raiders are still on the bottom floor here, so I'm trying to find a vantage point to try and get the turret without actually being fired upon. I see it up there, but I can't hit it from here. That girder just makes it too hard, impossible to hit from that spot. But I can see it from there.
Hey, I think someone's out there.
And since the caution was there, I figured somebody was still around, but then I realized, no, I think it's all cleared out. Spotlight saw me, but since there's nobody around to actually do anything about it, it didn't matter. At one point I thought about shooting him, and I was like, ah, screw it. And this is what the Corvega key is from the bandits when you were... Oh, never mind, it's upstairs. Duh. So at this point, I thought about, okay, I can just go up, and I realized when you go upstairs and you use the computer or one of those things to open up the safe, if I remember correctly. Did I go get the Protectron again? Yep, I do. At this point, because I know that once you go up to the top and you start clearing those areas out, 2 or 3 raiders will come in through this doorway that you're looking at right now, and they'll be like, hey, what the hell's going on in here? So basically I decided to go ahead and let the Protectron loose one more time and not have to worry about it. Basically covering my back. Granted, somebody doing a first playthrough probably would not know that, but...
Perfect.
Yeah, see, there it goes.
Law and order.
And that's all it takes. It don't last very long with the Protectrons at this point. No, there's nothing worth it. I already got one, so I decided to drop another one. And after this episode, I decided not to go out that door because I knew there was going to be enemies outside, so I'm going to go back the way I came, basically. Coming out of Corvega, I recorded the gameplay, but to be honest with you, traveling back all the way to Tenpines and then going back to Sanctuary, I didn't really think there was very much, there wasn't anything new to basically show anybody, so I do not think I'm going to go ahead and release that particular episode just because of the simple fact that kind of get the idea as far as what's going on, and there's no point in me actually just showing you trekking back to Sanctuary with basically nothing to get in your way.
Hey. Jeff's noise. What the fuck was that? Huh? Hearing shit. Grip on yourself.
So I guess what it boils down to is if you're wanting to try and get through the game in survival mode without dying, then yes, it's going to be a little more. It's going to be a little boring compared to normal gameplay because you're going to want to stay away from some confrontations. Whereas in normal mode, don't really care. You just quick save, go take it out, and you mess up, then you can always go back. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.